Oh hey, didn't see you there. Welcome to Board It Up, a channel all about board games. My name is Aaron, I'm your host, and today I have another unboxing video, and this time we're unboxing Decrypto, Communicate Safely, and its expansion, Laser Drive. So Decrypto is a party game, a team versus team party game for 3 to 8 players, 12 plus, and about 30 minutes. And if you played games like Codenames or Dixit or Just One, this will be right up your alley. And it's a game, it's a spy themed game where one team is trying to give clues to its teammates, while the other team is trying to decode and intercept that and figure out what the codes are. So let's open this up and see what's inside. First, the base game itself. This game has gotten a lot of good reviews, so I'm excited to try it out. I love party games, and I do like Dixit a lot and Codenames and games like that. So there we go. Let's put this aside for now. That's the manual here. Instructions. Has the components. There is a 3-player variant, I believe, but ideally you want to play this with at least 4 players. So each team will have at least 2 people where one person is giving the hints and the other person is trying to guess and figure out what those hints correspond to. But just like a lot of other team-based games, I'm talking about games like Codenames, it's not the worst thing if you have uneven teams. So you can have a team of 3 versus a team of 4 as an example. It doesn't really ruin the game. So you have these code cards, and you have these red filters essentially, and it's you have 1 black and 1 white for a black team versus a white team. And then you have these code cards. So this would be the code that you're trying to communicate to your team. You have these standees and these tokens for when you, so the white ones is when you intercept the other team's code, and the black one is if you actually make a mistake in guessing your own code. So that's that. You have a sand timer, although if you prefer to use a timing app or whatever, that would still work just as good, if not better. And then you have this pad of sheets where you can keep track of all the hints from your own team, but also keep track of on the other side. I think, yeah, so it's double-sided. One side is white, the other side is black. So if you're on the white team, you're keeping track of all the hints that's coming from your team to figure out the codes, but also you're keeping track of the hints of the other team, so you can try to figure out what their clues are as well, or what their codes are as well. And this can easily be, if there's tons of copies here, but if you play this a lot and if it runs out, I'm sure you can photocopy, or you can, there's a PDF you can probably find online and make prints of it, so it's not a big deal. Or you can even use a regular notepad. You don't necessarily need this. It's pretty simple. So that's that. And this is probably a 1-minute timer, maybe 2, probably 1-minute timer. So let's look at these red filter sheets. I can figure out how to open these. And they look like they're double-sided. There we go, finally. So these cards slide into your player board. And you have a red filter in there, and it'll filter out the red noise that's on there. You can see, I don't know if you can see that there. It says fruit right there. And I guess you can use this upside down as well. So each card will have 2. Reads mother. If you look close enough, you can actually read it without a red filter, but the red filter makes it easy to read. And even though you can read it without the red filter, it just adds like a cool effect, because the enemy team won't be able to see that anyways, whether even if it's peeking out a little or not. So it won't really destroy the game. So that's actually a pretty cool way they decided to do that. And you have these code sheets that has a 3-digit code with numbers from 1 to 4. There's some for black and then some for white. So the point of this game is there'll be 2 teams. One team will be looking at, let's say, if it's the black team, you're looking at this, and on the other side of the table, the white team is looking at this, and only that team can see this, and the other team cannot. And they will have a random set of these cards inside here. Let's say for this game we have Hunt, Satellite, Key, finally School. So for a game, this set of words will stay the same for the whole game. These will not be changed, and the game happens over different rounds. Although these code cards will change per round. So as an example, you're looking at this, and then the person giving the clue, so they will randomly draw one of these code cards, and only that person will be able to see, and he or she sees 3, 4, 1. So you're giving a hint to your teammates. It could be a 1 word, it could be a title, it could be a pop culture reference, it could be a movie title, a song lyric, it could be anything except for the words themselves. So as an example, I could say, for key, I could say lock. So it could be lock, bus, deer. So I say lock, bus, deer, and my teammate who can see this but not this itself, so they would know lock would mean 3, and then I said bus, so bus would probably go with school, and then deer would go with hunt. So my teammate would if they figured out, they would say 3, 4, 1. If that matches with this, then we would get a point. If we miss, we would get a negative point. That's the black one. While at the same time, the other team is listening to that, and then I say they're the black team, and they are writing those down. And then we will tell, at the end of the round, we will say what the answer is. So they will know later in the game, after a few rounds, they will have a list of words that I've used for hunt. Let's say first round I used deer. The second round, maybe for 1, if 1 was in the code that I'm trying to get. That's not that one. Maybe let's see that one. So I would have said maybe bow, and then later round I probably would have said tracks, right? And then for satellite, I could use telephone or space or dish or things like that. So after a few rounds, they will have few keywords that are all relating to 1 word. So it'll make it easier and easier for them to figure out what these words could be, so they can figure out when I'm trying to give hints to guess them a number, because they have all these keywords that they can look back at from previous rounds. They could be able to guess the answer before my team. So after the first round, your team gets to guess the number first, but then from second round onwards, when the person who has the code is giving the clue, the enemy team, the opposing team, gets to guess first. And if they get it right, they get one of these interception tokens. So it'll make it easier and easier. So so in this game, you have to try to figure out, to give hints that are easy enough that your teammate could figure out, but also difficult enough that your enemy team, the enemy spies, cannot figure out. Which is the case with a lot of games that are this genre, like Codenames or Dixit or stuff like that. So I'm really excited for this. This is a great implementation to this genre of games. It also plays really well with the spy theme, because you're not actually trying to communicate a word itself, even though it's the main driving mechanic. You are trying to communicate a code, and that code refers back to a word. And there's a timing effect as well, so stress is on. So it's a very simple game in concept, but there's a lot of replayability, as you can imagine. There are a lot of different codes, and this gets shuffled in after every round, so you could get the same code multiple times. And there are a ton of these word cards that could come up, and they're all double-sided, and also there's 2 words on each side. So there's 4 words on each card, and there's lots of different cards that could come up. So there's going to be a lot of different combinations and replayability, which is awesome. And for games like this, replayability has to be a must, or else it ruins the game. So far it's looking very promising, and I'm already very excited for this. So because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's gotten really good reviews, and it's a very simple game. You want party games to be simple because they're more lighthearted, they're more easy to get into, and you want to be able to get more people into the game. So you don't want a really complicated game to have to teach new players or beginners into a party game. So that's Decrypto in a nutshell. It's a great game from what I hear, and I'd like to check it out myself, and then I might do a review of it down the line. If you already played Decrypto, or if you like games in this genre, you might want to give it a try. If you already played it, if you have any opinions of your own, let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what you think of it, if you plan on getting it or if you have it. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And in the next video, I will do an unboxing of its expansion, Decrypto Laser Drive, and we could look what's in there. And that's it. So until next time, see ya.